The Puca and Samhain. It was the night of Samhain, the night when the veil between the living and the dead was at its thinnest. The wind howled through the fields like a restless spirit, and the moon cast long, eerie shadows over the hills of Ireland. Through the darkness walked a young girl named Fiad. She was clever, fearless, and stubborn. Unlike the other children in the village, she didn't believe in the old stories. Ghosts? Pucas? Just fairy tales to scare little ones. She scoffed as she strolled through the damp grass, her walking stick tapping against the stones. But as the night deepened, a cold wind curled around her, sending a shiver down her spine. Then she heard it, a deep guttural snort. She turned, and there, standing in the mist, was a massive black goat. Its twisted horns reached toward the sky, and its golden eyes glowed with an unnatural light. Fiad's heart pounded. "Are you the Puca?" she asked, her voice steady but her hands trembling. The great black goat lifted its head, its eerie gaze locked onto hers. Then in a deep, rasping voice it spoke. "You have called me foolish girl, and now you must face my trials, or belong to the mist forever." Fiad's jaw tightened. She would not back down. "What trials?" she demanded. The Puca grinned, baring sharp, gleaming teeth. "3 tasks to honor Samhain. The first, drink from the well of lost knowledge. The second, carry a flame through the cursed marsh. The third, choose wisely when the paths before you divide." The first trial led them to an ancient stone well, hidden deep within the woods. The water inside was as black as night. "Drink, and you shall see what was hidden," the Pusa commanded. Fiad hesitated, then scooped up the cold, dark water and drank. At once, her mind exploded with visions. Ancient warriors battling under blood-red skies, the cries of lost souls, the whispers of secrets long buried. The knowledge burned through her, overwhelming her senses. She gasped, but she did not fall. She had seen what was hidden. The second trial took her to the cursed marsh, where ghostly flames flickered and danced. The Puca handed her a small lantern. "This flame must survive. If it goes out before you cross, you will be lost." Fiad gripped the lantern tightly and stepped into the marsh. The air was thick, filled with whispers that tried to distract her. The wind howled, trying to snuff out the light, but she shielded the flame, moving carefully, ignoring the whispers. Finally, she reached the other side. The flame still burned. The final trial was the trickiest. They stood before 3 paths. One was golden, covered in fallen autumn leaves. The second was dark and filled with thorns. The third was a misty road that seemed to stretch into nothingness. "Choose," the Puca said. Fiad thought of the old stories. Samhain is a night of trickery. That which seems safe is not. She took a deep breath and stepped onto the dark, thorn-covered path. At that moment, the golden and misty paths vanished. They had been illusions. The Puca let out a low chuckle. "You have passed the trials, Fiad. You are wiser than most. Now go, and never forget what you have learned this night." Fiad woke up the next morning on a lonely hilltop. Had it all been a dream? Because in her hand, she clutched a single black strand of goat's hair. From that night on, she never doubted the old stories again. And each Samhain, when the wind howled through the fields, she would whisper a quiet thanks to the Puca for its lesson. For whoever walks through the night of Samhain must always be ready, because the Puca is watching. And if you ever hear a deep snort in the dark, be careful what you wish for.